Yo, what up? Welcome to Arctic View. I'm Josie, and I'm coming to you with a really dark makeup today, but I was feeling it, so it is what it is. Let's just get into it because I have 2 months worth of books for you, and whoa, there's a lot. I think 13 or 14. Let's start with two books that are for maybe a younger reader, I would say preteen, and it's the Illustrated History of Ghosts and then Illustrated History of UFOs. It's by the same author, Adam Aluch Boardman, and they were with a big discount on our book in our bookstore Apollo, and I thought that it would be interesting to check them out. I would say I prefer the ghost one because I felt like it had a bit more substance, and it has, like you see, illustrations of all of the topics. It does get pretty detailed. I would say that for a grown-up it's still interesting to read, but where it shines is educating a preteen or a teen, and they have a lot of pictures, I would say, like plans of a haunted mansion or maybe a laboratory for UFOs, and you can just make your own story. This is a kind of book that I would read over and over again if I was younger, because I love these kinds of things. It has a lot of like detailed descriptions and like real history. But yes, it's a fun thing, and like I said, the illustrations are so good. It's fun to imagine yourself in this setting. So if you have a younger relative, maybe buy it, read it, and then give it to them. Okay, then next one. Let's do the picture books. The third book I read is Aida Nur, and it's by Susie Beck, and they are a person from Denmark. And I was worried when I saw this in the bookstore because, oh, it's about ancient Egypt. It must be very Eurocentric. It is somewhat, but I feel that in my opinion, the topic has been handled pretty well. It talks about them discovering a grave that has not been excavated, and it has two stories inside, and it's quite story heavy because I was worried that if they do it just in a cartoon style, how much story can you put in? But I was pleasantly surprised. They find a grave. A young boy finds a grave, a young Egyptian boy, and he's mute, he doesn't speak. And everybody is trying to figure out where the grave is. There are some Europeans, some Egyptian people just trying to find it. And I would say it is a mystery because you kind of start to see who is the person who is killing people, because like 9 or 10 people die in this short book. 9 or 10 people die. I was pleasantly surprised. I was waiting for it to get discounted, and I bought it with 10 euros. I think it's a pretty good deal. The Embassy of the Denmark financed publishing it, so it's a big deal for them, I guess. Now for some proper history. This is In Search of a Kingdom by Lawrence Bergin, and it's about, it says it's about Francis Drake, but it's also about Elizabeth I and oh, help, Philippa II. I was expecting it to focus more on Drake, but I guess he didn't leave behind a lot of primary sources. A lot of the text is just from secondary sources who are talking about Drake. It's quite tedious. There are really interesting parts about some of the some parts of his journey, but then the other parts are completely not covered. I forgot to say that Drake was a pirate who was pirating in the name of Elizabeth I, and he was the first one after Mangales to have circumnavigated the globe, so went around it, and he is a very, very important person. I'm guessing because there was no material. You really learn a lot about the political situation there, and you learn how Elizabeth I really valued Drake. But I felt like this could have been a lot shorter, and yeah, it wasn't really what I signed up to read, but it was fine. I really like the exploration of the world. It's one of my first loves, and I appreciate that I could read the book, but I will not read it again. Now, some small books for you. The Museum Miscellany by Claire Cox Starkey. It's just a fun book about interesting tidbits about museums. It's mainly concentrated in UK, and then it has some things about America and some things about various museums in Europe, but I would say mainly UK, and some parts are just statistics, which it's kind of boring because I think it came out in 2019, which means the statistics don't matter anymore because so much has changed. I also found out a lot of cute facts that I can use in my lessons, and I really, really appreciate these small tidbits that I could find. It's again like you buy it, you read it, and then you regift it. Now, this I bought for school. It's Fake News, a pocket primer, and theirs is by Chris Stockel Walker. It's just small chapters about how fake news have existed in history and how they exist now. It's just a picture, a small explanation, and then another one. It's a good pocket book, or a book where you just open it up and read a bit. There's obviously a lot about Trump, but also Taylor Swift. I felt like it would be a great thing to add to my classroom when students want to pull out something and read a bit when they have finished their task, or when they are there during the recess. So that's that. I knew, I would say, like 95% of the things that were inside, but some of the history things I did not know, and that was interesting. Now, for something completely different, I just saw it and I knew that I had to have it. And this is a film posters of the Russian avant-garde. This book is great. Not a lot of text, but a lot of, I would say, eye candy. It's packaged. It's packaged like this, and the reason for it is that it has this type of black pages that if you touch it, can you see it? It leaves a mark, and this drove me nuts when I was reading it, and I was trying to wipe them out, and then it didn't work, and but anyway, the pictures are really cool. So this is what they did in the beginning of, like the end of the 1910s, and then especially in the beginning of 1920s, and it's just avant-garde. It's so crazy. They have small section here that kind of, sort of describes the film, but most of the films have not survived, so we don't know what they even were about. They were short ones. They were black and white, but all of the film posters are in color. And yes, there's a small explanation, and then there's the pictures and who drew them, etc. I really love this. It's again something that you just leaf through and come back and back again, and it's absolutely lovely. Just the pages drive me nuts, but it's an interesting way to see where the Soviet art could have gone, but then Stalin gave, and obviously we got the social realism that dominated the art scene for rest of the Soviet time. Now let's talk about some Estonian literature. This is Ups. It's by Riste Sofia Kär, and it's Estonian poetry by a young woman. It's it doesn't rhyme. It's a kind of exploration of what she's thinking. It can be quite interesting. You don't know where the story is going, but there are some themes that come through, especially for some reason religion, which I found interesting. A lot of the poems remind me of what I wrote when I was in high school, so for me it wasn't like as fresh or groundbreaking as some of the people were writing about in Goodreads or in various publications. It was interesting, and I appreciate that now that I'm in a book club. They make me read things that I wouldn't read normally, and I appreciate it. Okay, let's talk about the book that I didn't want to read. Now, this is The Great Successor, and it's about Kim Jong-un. It's by Anna Fifield, and I didn't want to buy this book because he looks so smug. I was like, I don't want to read anything where he looks so smug. But it was with a discount when I went to a book fair, and I was like, okay, I'll get it. And it was surprisingly good. It reads very well. The author is a journalist, so she knows how to write in a way that's very engaging. The story of Kim Jong-un, I knew some parts, I didn't know everything. This taught me a lot, but also this ends in 2019. And this means that it's not up to date, that so much has changed, especially with the successor, because now we know that it's going to be his daughter, probably. But everything inside North Korea, I felt like it wasn't done in a way that, woe is them. It really concentrated on him as a person. We don't know a lot, but we do know some. I especially was curious about his time in Swiss school. For some reason, I thought that he attended the Swiss school until like the end of high school, but I guess he just went for like 6th, 7th, 8th grade or something like that, which is so weird because 6th, 7th, 8th grade boys in school are it's a challenge. And I just try to imagine little Kim Jong-un in my classroom. I don't know. I suggest you read it. I wasn't sure what I would get when I was going into it, but I was very, very pleasantly surprised. It is definitely for those people as well who don't read a lot, so I think that's a good option to pick out. Now, again, this is not really a book. This is a small book of uhus in Estonia. If you don't know, uhu is somebody who is kind of like not all there. This means that this book is about all the people who are like who believe in horoscopes, in MMS, in conspiracy theories, who are going to the forests and getting enlightened, who go to yoga retreats and have tantric sex. This is just who believe in angels. This is pretty crazy. I would say the best thing about it is the illustrations. So every chapter had illustrations, and these are can I see some bigger ones? They are so entertaining to look at. They are so intricate, and they fit extremely well with the text. It's just a pleasure to leaf through. And also the text is so funny, but it's only funny when you read it. It's not funny when you realize that people are living it and people are kind of pushing it to other people and towards their children. It first starts out saying who are the different who's, and then it talks about how they make their money. Then they talk about female and male energy, about who is doing therapy. And also they say why the alternative medicine is bad and what can happen. It's a very fun book. It was very expensive. I mean, I think it was 17 euros, but definitely this would be a book that you just give to everybody in your friend group. So one reads it, gives it to other, gives it to other, gives it to other. It's a good conversation starter, and it's just good to be aware of these things because some could be so hidden that you don't even have an idea. Let's get into something more serious, and that's Woman Hating by Andrea Dworkin. I read a lot of feminism books, but I realized reading this book that I only read either the first wave or the third or fourth wave. And this is a second wave book. And second wave feminist books can be quite angry. And this talks about women's place in the society, in a family, and in media especially. This book makes you angry. It makes you so angry, and I think for a good cause, especially the parts about how women are depicted in media. They have a lot of examples from 60s and 70s that we don't know because this was not our time. We only know what's happening now. But what happened then was crazy because sexual revolution, women having more agency, but actually not really. And there's a good part about, if we talk about porn, like how should we consume it and how is the woman depicted in there, and how people how women then translate it into their own experience, or men for that part. And yes, it starts with fairy tales for some reason. I can't remember anything about fairy tales, but then it goes to corn, and then it goes to Chinese foot binding. That was a really interesting read. Then it goes to witches, and that is not factually correct. I was reading it and I was like, no, like this is not correct. This is not correct. This is not correct. What is happening? But they were saying that during the witch trials, over 9 million women were killed. That is not true. I got so angry. I was thinking that maybe I have missed something. Maybe there, I went and researched, and it's like 40,000 to 60,000. 9 million would be colossal. It would be crazy amount. But yes, there were other things that for first time in a very long while, I took a pencil and I started underlining things, and writing that this is not right, this is not right, and putting the real facts in. There was some crazy stuff, and I thought that, okay, this one chapter, this was crazy. Oh no! Then for the final part, that's called androgyny, they go way off. They go just like over the volcano into the fire. They say that if you really want a fair and equal society, there is no place for female or male. We should all be androgynous, because male and female, since the beginning of history, is by its like in its sense is unequal. So we have to be androgynous. I was like, okay, maybe. I was reading, and then last few pages completely off the rails, off the rails. They start talking about and they start to talk about, I don't know if I can say these things and if I will get smacked down, but they basically say that it's fine. And what? How did we arrive here? Like, how is this connected to anything else that was covered? And the final thing in this book is a 7-page rant by the author that the editor has taken over the text and has put in punctuation and put in like high case letters, because they wanted to write in lowercase letters throughout it, and they're like so mad about it. What? 7 pages of that, and not of the 2 things I previously mentioned? That's what you're upset about? This was crazy. I mean, if you want to be angry about different things, definitely read it. It's not that thick. It's like, I understand this is one of the main texts that get brought up when they talk about the angry feminist or the second wave movement, and definitely it's an experience. Okay, let's talk about three more books. Let's start with a Japanese one. This is the Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It's by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, and this is very popular. They have 4 more books that are essentially in the same vein. It's about a cafe where you can go back in time, but there are a bunch of rules, and then people go back for people, and it describes what happens. You can go back, but you can't change anything, basically. And I did not like this book. I found it very short, precise in the delivery, that I didn't enjoy. The characters were not described in a way that made them likable, or even that you could get a gist what the character was about. The lessons they learned, I guess they made sense, that you can't change what happens, you can only change yourself. I did find out in my book club that it was supposed to be a play. If it's I mean, yeah, I know it's a play, it's not if it's a play, but as a play, this works better. If you think about this one room where people come in and they have their chats, in a play you don't have long descriptive passages about who somebody is or what their relationship is like to another person, and you can't really have, maybe you can have like monologues, but as a play it works better. I would like to go to see this as a play, but as a style, for me, it didn't work. And I was like, oh, maybe it's all Japanese literature, because the train in passengers on Hankyu Line was kind of the same, like also very short, not super descriptive, but luckily, my friend suggested, basically they bullied. They just said that you have to read it, it's good. So I read it, and it's Anime Supremacy by Mizuki Tsujimura. And this book is great for everybody. I suggest you read it. I think if you are a follower of me, you probably have some type of interest in Japan or Korea. This is about women, and then it's about anime. It's about three different women who work in anime industry. The first one is a director, and no, wait, the first one is a producer. So they have to work with a very temperamental and volatile producer and director. Help. And try to get the anime on the screens, but the director just goes away for a week, like la di da. It's very cool. And then they kind of sort of, during the first part of the book, you meet the second one, and the second one is a director now. So she is the author of the anime that they are putting on the network, and how she's trying to get it to look and feel and sound like she wants it to be. And there's it's kind of with a like kind of sad ending, so she's trying to push for that and not for a happy ending. And again, you see so many different aspects of the production of anime, including getting the models done, like the models you buy, about getting the commercials, the voice actors, everything like that. It's so interesting. And then her life kind of entangles with the final one, who is animator, and she is drawing for both both these two types of anime that are fighting for the prime spot of that season. And she again is very driven and so cool. I mean, it's a celebration of all these different women, and also it's so interesting to see what's happening in the anime industry. They finally meet. All of them meet during a summer festival that's happening in a small city where one of the animes took place. I love it so much. I definitely want to buy this for myself. If there's one book of all the things that I described today that you try to read, then I suggest that you read this. It's just very heartwarming. I really, really love it. And for the second book that you maybe should check out is the final book. And this is a Diary of a Bookseller by Sean Bythell. It's a diary of a bookseller. For 1 year, he is living in a small Scottish town, and he's describing how day-to-day work is. There are some funny characters who work there or who stop by. Some of the reviews said that, oh, it's so mean, and he doesn't appreciate clients, but I didn't find it mean. I found it funny. It's a very fun book, and it's again so interesting to see how a second-hand bookstore operates. Like, how do they get their books? How do they price them? How do they interact with Amazon? And all the small anecdotes about customers coming in and being kind of weird. It's a wonderful book. I really enjoy it, and you also see his love of not only books but of this small village or city in Scotland, and Scotland itself. Lovely book. Now it's kind of old because I bought it from Amazon. It came out when 2018, 2017, so maybe you can't find it from the stores right now. But if you happen upon it, maybe in a secondhand bookstop, stop shop, then check it out. I don't know if I can do it. These are all the books that I read in March and April. My hand is dying. I need to do these monthly, not bi-monthly. I had a great time. I was missing this one. I had a great time. I was having a slow month in March, but then in April it just went phew. So if you're feeling like you're in a slump, just read a couple more books to get the old ones running again. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate everybody who comes here and checks this out. I hope you have a great May, and see you in a month. Bye!